Welcome to Movement Practice with Coach G.
All right, so today we're working on mobility is the focus. And with this first one, the push pattern, I'm just gonna open up my shoulders and stretch out my chest. So the second one I'm gonna be working on is this T-spine extension or spinal extension, working on shoulder flexion and just trying to get as much extension as possible just on that backside of the body, helping out my pull pattern. Next one I'm gonna move into is the squat. And really, it's just about getting to that bottom end range motion, always working on the ankles. And then when we move into lunge here, same thing, working on hips, ankles, and just finding the end range and spending some time. So always about opening up the hips. The next one is hinge pattern, where today I'm working on single leg balance and single leg just really reaching as far as I can. I'm using a little foam roller for support. Next pattern, I'm working rotation here, always starting at the bottom first, working the hip rotators, and then the upper body here with some T-spine rotation. Next pattern, locomotion. Just doing some dynamic movements here with some hip range of motion and then heading to the floor for a little bit more full body. All right, guys, if you want to follow along, this one is in real time. So let's go and get started. So we're gonna listen for the beats, but I'll give you the 30-second marker every time. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and make that switch. Hit the other side for 30 seconds. Ten seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and get that. Place that foam roller about mid-back, basically in the intersection between what you think your low back and your upper back is, and then just keep moving into extension. If you need to kind of, do a full back roll, that's fine, but the objective here really is just to get this spinal extension. Halfway there. Just keep moving back and forth. Reaching as far as you can, working on that shoulder flexion. If you can't reach the ground, definitely that'd be something to go for. 10 seconds to go. Keep reaching, keep trying to extend. Reach as far as you can. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and make the switch. So this one's our squat pattern. So again, let's get down in that squat position. And really, even if you just held for 1 minute, that would be the improvement. And again, today's workout is really just about mobility. So I like this sit to stand exercise. Just keeps me moving, keeps it more like a workout. I can also work just a little bit of upper body with raising the hands after I get down into that bottom position, and that helps out with the spine and also complements the other pattern that we were just doing, kind of focusing on pull and shoulder extension and flexion. So again, just try and get down to that bottom, work the ankle range of motion, push out the knees as much as possible. 5 seconds to go here. Okay, we're gonna transition. 3, 2, 1. All right, so 30 seconds in the lunge position. Let's just get one leg up forward, and the whole time you should really be trying to get that other leg, the down leg, back as far as you can. One thing that might help you is to actually just squeeze the glute of the down leg, the leg that's in the back. Squeeze that leg. And then when you're coming up and down like that, I'm really stretching out my hamstring and just improving that whole lunge position. So go ahead and switch to the other leg. And every once in a while you can reach up into the air and just kind of really improve that hip position of the down leg and really open up those hip flexors and stretch out the quadriceps that are typically tight. We'll do other movement practices where we just do static holds in the mobility version. So here we're gonna switch here in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and make the switch. All right, here I'm gonna work on the hinge pattern or bending. Today I just focused on single leg balance and trying to keep my knee stiffer. I have a soft bend in my knee, but what I'm doing is, again, just like I did with the lunge when I was straightening out, is working on that hamstring flexibility. Coming up on the 30-second mark here, 3, 2, 1, switch legs. And again, just focus on having a tripod foot if you're struggling with your balance, so that's pressure on the big toe, the pinky toe, and the heel, making a tripod. And as you notice, I'm lifting up my leg above my waistline. That's just, again, trying to improve range of motion in the hip. But just keep bending, keep hinging, try and keep your spine and core nice and neutral while you're doing this. So 3, 2, 1, let's go and switch. Now we're coming down to that rotation. I really like this 90-90 pattern, just going back and forth with the reach. This can also be done in static for some of your longer sessions, but just to stick with the movement practice and making sure that we get all these patterns, whether this is a warm-up for you, whether this is part of your cool down, or maybe just a part of your workout in general. This hip rotation movement, I think you could literally do every day, and it would improve your squat, it would improve your lunge, it would improve your hinge. So I just like to keep going back and forth, maybe get 5 to 10 reps. And then what I'll do is maybe even switch to the upper body just to get some rotation there. So you'll see me reaching through, kind of getting some rotation happening up in the upper spine. And this is always a good exercise to do. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and make the switch. Last one here, folks. We got the locomotion pattern. And you'll see me do these dynamic movements a lot. I like a knee grab. I can change the angle of the shin here, but I'll just do some general knee hugs here. And then I'll probably be switching to this ankle grab, which I'm getting the opposite. Here I go with the ankle grab. And just back and forth. The purpose of the locomotion pattern is really just do anything, walking, running, jogging, sprinting, anything that locomotes. And then to give you a different variation here, going down to the floor and doing the classic exercise, the bird dog, which is a locomotion pattern, but it's also a core exercise and gets both lower and upper body extremity. So there it is, movement practice 7, mobility version. If you want to do another round, just repeat. Great job, everybody. Cheers.